हाय दिस इज सौम्य सरकार फ्रॉम वेल्थ रिडिफाइंड। मैंने आज लेके आया है 3 फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड्स आपको आउट ऑफ द ऑल कैटेगरीज। दिस टाइम आई हैव चूजन द फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड। इस वीडियो को एंड तक देखिए, लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिए और साथ में कमेंट भी कीजिए। आज हम बात करने वाले हैं कुछ फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड्स। आपने पहले लार्ज कैप की बात किया, फिर मिड कैप की बात किया, फिर एलएसएस फंड्स के बारे में बात किया, बट टुडे आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड्स। सो व्हाट आर एक्चुअली द फ्लेक्सी कैप फंड्स? If you remember few years back, the SEBI has come up with the multi-cap funds, that multi-cap funds must have a 25% exposure in large cap, 25% in mid cap and 25% in small cap. So then there is another debate has come up at that point of time, that what if the fund manager wants to have a, let's say 55% in large cap or 55% in small cap, then how it could be possible? Because that was not possible, so SEBI came up with another kind of category which is called Flexi Cap Fund. Flexi Cap Fund has an advantage of diversification. If the fund manager wants that he should have a more exposure in a mid cap or small cap or a large cap, depending upon the market situation, he can always have it. So that is because of that advantage, Flexi Cap funds are one of the best in that category. So if we talk about the Flexi Cap funds, then I have identified mota 3 Flexi Cap funds. Number one, which I like and which I personally is one of my favorite, Parikh Flexi Cap Fund. That fund I have been tracking when the AUM was 900 crore, and today the AUM of that fund is approximately 125,000 crore. So that kind of growth that fund has given. So Parikh Flexi Cap Fund, if you look at the last 1 year return is approximately 9.6%, 3 year return is approximately 20.8%, and 5 year return is approximately 21% annualized. But if you look at the Parikh, it is one of the fund which pioneered about the mixing the US stocks along with the Indian stocks. So other funds are mostly on the Indian stocks, but Parikh was one of the fund which has started mixing the both. And they had taken the stocks like Meta, Google, Alphabet, Apple and all those things. Now if we talk about the risk associated with the fund, right now the fund is having a mean returns of approximately 19.67. It has a standard deviation of 8.4, which is very healthy. Sharp is around 1.6, which is again a healthy. Shortino is approximately 2.27, and it has generated an alpha of 7.96, almost 8%, which is one of the rarest of the rare case. So Parikh Flexi Cap is one of the excellent fund which people can think of. Another fund which comes to my mind is HDFC Flexi Cap Fund. HDFC Flexi Cap Fund has a 1 year return of approximately almost 13%, which is higher than the Paragh. 3 year return is almost same, it's around 21%, and 5 year return is approximately 26%. If you look at the HDFC Flexi Cap, it is one of the oldest, best managed fund in the category. Not in the category, but also in the fund fraternity. If we talk about the risk associated with it, mean return is approximately 20.69. It has a standard deviation of, again a very good standard deviation of 10.59. It is a sharp of around 1.36. Short end is approximately 2.20, and it has generated an alpha of 6.8. If we look at compare the price to earning of Parikh Flexi Cap and HDFC Flexi Cap, Parikh Flexi Cap right now is having a price to earning of around 18.84, where HDFC Flexi Cap is having a price to earning of 22.33. The price to book value, which is another criteria, is approximately 3.4 for Parikh and 3.12 for the HDFC Flexi. So if you look at the price to earning, Parikh is in a better earning positions in a price to earning, but HDFC in a price to book value is in a better position. Even today, the Parikh is holding approximately 20% in cash. That means they're expecting the market to fall, or they can buy some value stocks at that point of time. This fund has been mostly managed as a value fund. Now come to the third fund. Third fund is the ICICI Prudential Flexi Cap Fund. So if we look at the ICICI Flexicap, which I talked about, is 1 year return is approximately 10.98, 3 year return is approximately 19.03. And if you look at the risk associated with it, mean is approximately 18.30, standard deviation is 12.39, Sharpe is approximately 0.97, Shortino is approximately 1.29, and alpha it has generated is 3.49. So it has not generated that kind of alpha which Parikh or HDFC has generated, but it has also generated a decent alpha. If you look at the price to earning of this fund is 35, which I believe is quite high, and price to book value is 5.31, which is also quite high. But obviously, only look at the price to earning or price to book value cannot determine a fund. It has to be determined with other things as well. So I think that in this, when we talk about this category, in this category we should focus mostly onto the 3 funds which I talked about the Flexi Cap. But doesn't mean that other Flexi Caps are not doing well. There are so many Flexi Caps which are doing well, but because of the time constraint or the other things, we could not discuss about the others one. I would recommend you that you should talk to your financial advisor, or if you have any Flexi Cap exposure, you can send us the queries as well, where we can address them and tell you about how to go about the Flexi Cap and what changes to be done in the Flexi Cap category. I think that would be a great thing for you. And I would request you that if you like the video, please subscribe to our channel, you can share the video and send us the comment, so we can have a better understanding about it and can help you in a better way. Thank you for watching the video.